reforestation can occur. But I want to finish, Mr Deputy Speaker, with this issue of decentralisation and make a plea to the new Deputy Leader, the new Agriculture Minister, that this effort to effectively destroy the APVMA's efforts in research and development to support our farmers. No one does more important work than the APVMA. Now, this decentralisation policy has crippled it. On best estimates, it may take something like 7 years for the organisation to recover. They've lost something like 30% of their scientists through this movement, and also lost the head of the organisation, Karina Arthi. It has been crippling, but not only that. They're involved in a cluster opportunity here in Canberra by being close to the CSIRO, close to ANU. What farmers need out of the APVMA is answers to their questions on how they keep their beasts healthy, how they keep their crops healthy, how they improve productivity. And so it has done them no favours to try and move them to Armidale in what was obviously a blatant pork barrelling effort. So I would plead with the government to stop this process of decentralisation for the other reason, coming back to Canberra International Airport, that if you try and take away whole departments from this area, you're not increasing jobs in regional Australia, you're stealing jobs from one part of regional Australia and putting them in another. This is the bush capital, and it underpins the economy of the whole of southern New South Wales in so many respects, propping up jobs right around southern New South Wales. So it is not promoting jobs in regional Australia, it is just shuffling deck chairs. And in addition to that, if we lose departments in this area, we will lose that international airport capability, depriving the farmers, the cherry growers in Young, my oyster growers on the coast, our high-quality beef, sheep meat, wool growers, from the opportunity of getting their produce quickly into the markets of our region. It also means that if we can stop that and if we can hang on to that international airport opportunity, that we also need some better biosecurity operations at that airport too to facilitate that primary industry opportunity. But we've seen from independent analysis by Ernst & Young that predicted that relocation of the APVMA would impose a net economic cost of $23 million and involve significant risks. So, there was no basis, no business case, no earthly reason why this should have been attempted. And the Southern Darling Downs Regional Council said that functions like administrative processing and call centres were more likely to be viable in regions than trying to transplant these whole agencies. The Meat and Livestock Crew of Australia said there was no regional or rural base that naturally puts the company closer to one stakeholder group without making it less accessible to another. That's to say, placing the Pesticides Authority in Armidale may raise the perception and even reality that those who depend on the authority in Mr Joyce's electorate will get a better suck of the source bottle than clients in other parts of the country. The Australian Dairy Industry Council expressed strong reservations about relocating key government bodies to regional areas where the relocation will impose additional costs, put essential relationships at risk, result in possible loss of specialist staff and reduce effectiveness. That's the Dairy Industry Council. It said that relocating a government organisation to a regional town may provide benefits in strengthening regional communities, but if it is done without regard to the organisation's ability to operate effectively, it will not be of net benefit to the agricultural sector, and that the dairy industry has strong reservations about relocating government bodies to regional areas. So that's the Dairy Council. So the government's got to start listening to the real authorities in primary industry about the effect of their actions in this decentralisation policy. I'd ask them to call a halt to this insanity. They need to do proper business case analysis of policy. It's not this sort of knee-jerk reaction stuff that you might pick up in a pub in Armidale. We have to have evidence-based policy, and if the government's really serious about looking after farmers, it will make sure that the APVMA can do its job. Leave it where it is, let it work with the CSIRO, and let's get our farmers the support they need for productive farming.